Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about a really sweet YouTube channel that I've been watching a lot recently, and I want to share it with you. It's called Zoo Tier. You heard it right, Zoo Tier. It's very unique. It's entertaining and educational, and it's not a lot of fluff involved with it, which I love that. I love all the information you can give me. You can watch this on YouTube. It's free, so if you just, check it out on YouTube. And the audience for the show could be really anybody. This is a great way to get anybody engaged with the natural kingdom. Really, so what the show is the guy is a zoologist who wants to get people, like specifically gamers, more into the natural world because he thinks that it's so fascinating and there's so much to be shared. And nature has a bunch of special abilities and unique things that kind of make it its own video game, so to speak, and that's how he portrays it. He portrays everything like a RPG video game essentially, and that's what he means by zoo tier. Is he'll tier animals on different levels, basically from like best to worst. And he's talking about one animal, he says, if you spec in as this animal or if you're playing as this animal. So it's kind of funny how you kind of think about you're playing this game of life as like a sloth or a tiger or something like that, is kind of how you can portray it. And he talks about different skills and things like that. So that's why the audience can really be anyone, because it's an interesting and engaging way to educate people about the natural world. So that's why the audience can really be anybody. But if you can think of anybody who's like a gamer who likes zoology, I mean, this is literally right up their alley. They would really, really enjoy this. Personally, I really like it. I subscribe to the channel and I watch all the new ones he releases. The really good episode to watch is, just if you want to get a basic overview, is the cat tier list, when he talks about every different type of cat and kind of what makes their build or their species of cat kind of unique, or subspecies, or class even, if you want to call it that. He goes over individual skills that each cat may have or doesn't have and what makes them better than other cats. And he actually ends up talking about the jaguar being the top tier cat. If you're going to decide to play a cat in this world, you should play the jaguar. And he goes into details and even nuance about why the jaguar wins out. So to summarize the overview, he's created a system of rating animals on the earth, or in our reality, like they're in an actual video game. And he does it at a pretty high level, pretty impressive level. Again, I can't recommend the cat tier episode enough. It's a really good starting point that kind of touches on all the things that he does really well. And he also ranks animals against each other as he's doing it. So when he's talking about different types of cats, you can see where they kind of stack up against each other. So if you ever were to make the decision one day to play a different type of cat, well, I know I definitely should do the jaguar one for sure. That's what I want to do anyway. He also gives them all individual stats. And the individual stats that he actually ranks them at, these are all separate. So for each class, they have different stats very specifically. And he ranks them with intelligence, attack, defense, speed, health, and stealth. There are other things he brings to the equation too. It's not just that, like special abilities. But on the stats, he talks about intelligence being kind of like one of the best ones ever, because it does kind of oftentimes lead to cooperation in the animal kingdom, which he thinks is, in his opinion, is very, very beneficial for everyone involved. He talks about attack, importance of defenses, importance of speed. He talks about health, like being almost like a tanky creatures. And actually, a good one to watch is the Canadian Goose episode. That's really funny. He talks about stealth too. And some of the examples of like special abilities discussed would be like a lion can roar, but a cougar doesn't really have a roar. In the example that he used, a mountain lion, It's more like a kind of a strange scream, I guess, is kind of what they sound. You can kind of look at the videos online to get a hint, kind of like what they do. But it's, you wouldn't call it a roar per se, but that's kind of where he talks about those like intimidation abilities and things that these animals have. It's really cool actually to see him lay it out. The great part is too is it's not just these animals or cats. He does almost every type of animal you can think of. He has a really entertaining video for. And the video format's also done out really well. How he does the visuals, he uses really good, not only like nature videos, but he'll add his own like kind of gamer graphics. And they don't really try to take away, they almost add to the content in a very humorous way, which makes it palatable, it makes it entertaining. Again, I'm such a nerd because I love talking about these types of entertainment because I just get something out of it. It makes me feel good. That's why I like to share it with you guys. When I stumbled across this, I just knew I had to do a show about it because of how great it is. There's just nothing wrong with what this dude's doing. He's just spreading great, entertaining content with a good message behind it on a free platform, just to make the world a better place and to get people interested in our own natural world and get them off their butts a little bit. Just inspires me so much. So he covers a wide variety of animals. He justifies his list with a great in-depth analysis. I didn't want to use the word with a lot of facts because a lot of it is just kind of like compare and contrast when you're talking about the same species, but he really does lay out a lot of different scenarios and examples right in front of you for you to look at and make your own decision. So if I were going to do like a pros and cons list, pros, educational, lots of content, covers a lot of different ground, free, seems responsive on YouTube. If you want to ask him a question, it looks like he's really engaged with his community. The audience is anybody, wide range of people. He doesn't try to outwit people or make anyone feel dumb. So you name it, they'll enjoy it. Cons, I have so much respect for people who deliver this type of content. It's hard for me to think of cons. If I had one, maybe I would just like to see a little bit higher production quality. And I don't mean that even in the sense of like what he's doing graphically or with audio. I think he has so much more to offer, and he doesn't quite know how to channel it all yet. But he's essentially sitting on a gold mine, in my opinion, of ideas and content. He just needs to continue to work it out, and I hope that he's getting the support he needs to do it, and that doing this podcast I can inspire anyone to go check out his channel and help just by giving him a view or two to support him on what he's doing. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in and listening and all the support I've been getting. If you have any questions for me or you'd like to donate, please reach out to me at rightwronginfo@gmail.com. rightwronginfo@gmail.com. Please reach out. Please ask me questions and also discuss with your friends. Share them this information. Check out Zoo Tier. Give them a like. Give them a subscribe. Tell me what you think about it. Thanks again, guys. You have a great rest of the day.